Allie K and Callie, and we're going to be reading through the script of Glass Half Libby. So, some context for this because we obviously haven't done any of the other scripts as read-throughs or anything yet. So, if you're unfamiliar with what season 3 was going to have, there was going to be a root beer tavern that the Chens were going to open, and that was how they were going to have an income and livelihood after the Ghost Chaser channel stopped being a thing because obviously they weren't going to be able to continue doing that. And that's actually a reference to how a lot of small towns in the Midwest began to open up breweries and be very successful because of that, which is something that Bill has talked a little bit about in the past. So Allie is going to be playing Molly, and Callie is going to be playing Libby, and I'll be reading for any of the other random little parts that happen to be in this episode. So this isn't a full script. This is more like a treatment. So I'll be reading through all of the description and the various lines that are not from Molly and Libby, and Allie and Callie will be reading from Molly and Libby. All right, so page 1. Internal, Ruben's Root Beer Pub, day. Ruben waits on Molly and Libby. They're going to have a happy turnip harvest day picnic and need the perfect root beer to pair with their spread. Sandwiches, pickles, and Pam's famous secret recipe muffins. Ruben tries a bite of muffin. It's got an umami undertone, so you'll want to pair it with a root beer with an oaky finish. Molly opens her picnic basket and sees half the muffins are gone.
Scratch!
Reveals Scratch floating nearby, mouth coated in muffin crumbs. He couldn't help it. These are the best muffins I've had in my afterlife. There's some secret ingredient he can't put his finger on. Ginger? Nutmeg? Sumatra molasses? Libby says no one has ever gotten the secret ingredient out of Pam. She doesn't even label the container or write the recipe down.
It's all up here.
Libby taps her head. As Scratch keeps tasting and guessing, Molly chirps excitedly about their picnic at the park and how lovely the weather is. But Libby isn't as excited as she checks her weather app.
Uh-oh, the 30% chance of rain has increased to 50%. Maybe we should postpone our picnic?
Molly waves it off.
That's a 50% chance of no rain. Just look outside. The sun's shining, sky's blue, wind sweet as honey, butter cornbread. You just need to look on the bright side. Literally.
A beat. Is Libby convinced? Then,
I'm gonna grab my raincoat and galoshes and Simon's rain hat. Meet you at the park.
Libby exits as Molly sighs. She loves Libby, but it's so hard to understand her. They're just so different. Sometimes she wishes she could read Libby's mind, really figure out what she's thinking. A light bulb goes off for Scratch. That's it! If he could read Pam's mind, he'd be able to hear what her secret ingredient is. Scratch is about to set the curse, but has an inspired idea as he looks down at the muffin in his hands. Why do a regular curse when I can curse the muffin? Then I get to eat it to initiate the curse. Who says a curse can't be delicious? Oh, Scratch, you wily genius, you. He recites the curse, specifying that the one who eats this muffin will hear people's secret thoughts. The muffin glows blue for a second, just before Scratch can eat it. Molly spots him.
Scratch, those muffins are for the picnic.
She grabs the muffin and puts it in the basket. As Ruben hands Molly his root beer selection, Scratch quickly reaches in, grabs the muffin on top, which is the wrong one, and flies away. Page 2. Exterior Brighton Park. Day. Molly is on a picnic blanket, the spread all ready for Libby to arrive. Molly picks up the muffin, which glows blue, and takes a bite, initiating Scratch's curse. Libby approaches, carrying her rain gear. A jogger runs by, and Molly hears them reciting a grocery list. Eggs, milk, that cereal I like but can never remember the name of. What is it? Tasty Flakes? Flaky Tastes? Molly is a little confused. Then a mom and baby pass Molly, and she hears, "Oh, Molly, that reminds me. I need to ask her to babysit next weekend." Molly says she'd love to babysit next weekend. Now it's the mom's turn to be confused. Then Libby finally arrives. Libby's voice.
Okay, a picnic in the park with my best friend. Just try not to worry too much, Libby. Say hi to Molly.
Then her mouth moves.
Hi, Molly.
Molly's confused. She looks all around, then back at Libby. That was weird. Interior. Pam's Cake and Bake. Kitchen. Day. Scratch flies in as Pam stirs up batter. He can smell the secret ingredient in the air. He must have it. He swallows his muffin in one bite. He smiles, confident. Wow, I can feel it. I am imbued with the power of telepathy. He's not. Unbeknownst to Scratch, Pam presses play on her phone in her apron pocket, which starts playing a podcast. It was a gray October day, an early freeze. I remember because my footsteps left tracks in the ice, a detail I hadn't anticipated when I put my plan together. This is what Pam thinks about all day? Old stories from her past? He's gonna have to get her thinking about that secret ingredient. Exterior, Brighton Park, day. Libby plops down next to Molly.
Sorry I was late. Took me forever to find Simon's rain hat.
She places Simon, outfitted with a tiny umbrella hat, on the blanket. We hear Libby's voice.
Snug as a turtle in a girdle.
Molly whips around.
Did you say something?
Libby.
No.
Molly's baffled. Then,
Molly's acting odd. What if she is mad I'm late and just didn't want to say?
Molly reacts.
Okay, that was definitely Libby.
Molly realizes she's reading Libby's mind. We hear Molly's thoughts.
Sweet baby corn. I asked the universe for something, and the universe delivered. Wait, can I hear my own thoughts too? Oh no, I can always do that.
But is this right? Should she tell Libby? But before she can, she hears Libby.
Now I'm in rain gear, and it's not going to rain, and I'm going to get all sweaty, and I made Molly leave for no reason, and she probably is mad at me, even though she says she's not, and is that a dark cloud?
Page 3. Molly looks up at the sunny sky and gets an idea.
I can use this mind-reading power to shoo Libby's dark clouds away and then happify her. If I can hear her worries, I can tamp them down, and Libby won't be so negative all the time. She can see the bright side of things.
Aloud.
Thank you, universe. I won't let you down.
Libby.
What?
Molly.
Nothing.
Interior, Pam's cake and bake, day. Scratch is frustrated. He needs to get Pam thinking about that secret ingredient. But how can he get her thinking about it? He knocks over some recipe books. Pam ignores them. He spells out muffin using fridge magnets. Nothing. He considers spooking Pam for real. Desperate times call for desperate measures. He's about to give her a big scare when he hears, but here's what everyone wants to know. My secret. Scratch leans in. Yes? Horatio had those trademark corn-fed Midwestern gels. Just enough fat to make the cheek meat oh so tender. Whoa. What? Pam's recollection couldn't possibly be about, Horatio was my first victim, but he'd be far from my last. Pam is a murderer! Scratch flips out. He needs to alert the authorities. They have a serial killer living in Brighton. What if, gasped, the secret ingredient is people? He looks at a muffin, horrified. Then distracted, he eats the muffin. Gah! No! Exterior, Brighton Park, day. Molly and Libby munch on sandwiches. Crumbs and some root beer spillings end up on the blanket. Molly hears Libby.
Crumbs bring ants. Ants like to bite. I really don't want to be covered in ant bites again.
Molly perks up.
An inhabitation opportunity.
She acts like she just got an idea.
You know what? We should put the food up on a picnic table. Don't let any of the ants to spoil our perfect picnic.
Libby smiles, then thinks.
The ants can climb up tables.
Molly.
Just to be safe, we should make some ant traps with jelly.
She grabs a jar and makes the jelly square around their spread.
Good idea, Moll.
Molly smiles. Her plan is working already. Songburst, Worry Wipeout. A canned heat type song about Molly hearing Libby's anxieties and trying to nip them in the bud. As the song goes on, solving Libby's worries gets harder and harder, as Molly becomes the one with anxiety, constantly worrying about Libby's worries. No matter how many fears Molly fixes, there are always more, and more, and more. As the song ends, there's a thunderclap. End Songburst. Page 4. Interior, Pam's Cake and Bake, day. Scratch is in a moral quandary. How could sweet Pam, pillar of the community, be a people eater? He's got to call the cops. But then again, can he deprive Brighton of her delicious sweet treats? But then again, if those sweet treats are made of sweet cheeks! He's got to have this wrong. Maybe he misunderstood. He goes to listen to her thoughts again. And she admits, I did it. I definitely did it. Maybe she didn't mean to do it. I meant to do it. Well, okay, so she meant to do it. But we've all made mistakes. Maybe not one so bad as putting people in your secret ingredient muffins, but I'm sure she wouldn't do it again, and I would do it again. Scratch. Come on, Pam, I'm trying to help you out here. Ding, a customer enters. Scratch is worried he'll be the next secret ingredient and scares him away. He's got to tell someone about Pam. Exterior, Brighton Park, day. Molly sees the park in a sort of danger POV where everything is a potential fear for Libby. The toddlers with sticky hands, the plastic bag dancing in the wind, the dog straining to get off leash. No wonder Libby's always seeing the dark cloud and not the bright side. And just as she's thinking dark cloud, a dark cloud rolls across the sky. A beat. Then the heavens open up, and it starts to pour. Libby was right. The worst is happening. All Molly's inhabitation attempts come crumbling down. The rain tarp she rigged above them to protect them from weather isn't watertight, and rain seeps through. The dog gets off leash, and the toddlers chase it through their picnic, getting mud and food everywhere. Then the ants take refuge on their blanket as well, crawling all over Molly and Libby. Molly spirals.
Our picnic is ruined, and everything Libby was worried about is happening. I couldn't fix her. I only made things worse. She's going to hate me.
Molly starts to cry, feeling overwhelmed when Libby confirms her fears.
This really isn't like Molly. What is up with her? Does she not like me? Is she trying to sabotage our friendship? I thought we were BFFs forever. That's what the second F is for.
Molly, forgetting herself, blurts out.
That is what the second F stands for. We are BFFs forever and ever.
She's been trying all day to make this picnic perfect. She thought if she could stop all Libby's bad thoughts, Libby would be able to look on the bright side of life like her. But instead, Molly has been in Libby's shoes. She didn't fix Libby at all. Page 5. Libby is now really worried.
Molly read my mind?
Molly finally admits.
Yeah, I can. I wish I could read her mind so I could understand you better, and suddenly I could.
Libby is stunned.
You've been reading my mind, and you didn't tell me?
She thinks.
Quick, don't think. Don't think. Ah, all I can do is think.
Molly, chastened, apologizes. She just wanted to help her best friend. But Libby explains. Anxiety isn't something you can just fix in an afternoon. It's how her brain works, which is just different than Molly's. You can't just whack-a-mole her worries away. As the rain stops and the sun breaks through, Molly says being able to read Libby's mind has made her realize how hard it is to look on the bright side when your brain always spirals towards the worst-case scenario. And while it's not what she expected, she does understand Libby a lot better now. Molly promises to be more understanding in the future, and will let Libby tell her what she needs from her. Libby forgives Molly. She knows Molly was trying to help, and that alone helps her anxiety a lot.
Having friends who are there for me and accept me just the way I am makes me feel safer and more confident. It helps me tell those scary thoughts in my brain that I'm bigger and braver than my fears. Plus, my therapist helps too.
As she and Molly share a hug, Molly tries to swat ants away from their sweet moment. Exterior/interior, Cam's Bake and Bake, day. Scratch frantically looks for Molly. Molly, you gotta help! I cursed a muffin and ate it so I could read Pam's mind and figure out her secret ingredient, and I accidentally found out that Pam is a serial killer! Those muffins are people! Molly is skeptical. Is he sure he ate the right muffin? Because Molly's been reading Libby's mind all day. Scratch is sure. I mean, you'd never suspect Pam, but her thoughts don't lie. Then Pam walks outside as Scratch shields Molly and Libby from her. She turns off her podcast, speaking out loud in her own voice.
Hey girls, have you been listening to that new podcast, I Serial Killer? I am obsessed.
Scratch is embarrassed. Oh, yeah, guess that makes more sense. So what is her secret ingredient? Molly listens in and then reveals.
Cardamom.
Yes, that's it. Cardamom. Wow. Can't believe you ever suspected Pam of being a devious people eater. Wild. Okay, but can Scratch reverse this curse now?
The Ghost and Molly McGee!